Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Andrei, and today I'll talk about Hugging Face Datasets library. Datasets library is very useful because it helps to translate data set, just any kind of data set into structure which can be directly used by Hugging Face trainer class. And with Hugging Face trainer class, you can simplify any Hugging Face model fine-tuning. And then it kind of becomes a standard procedure, and you could apply the same fine-tuning logic from one model to another. So yeah, that's probably the main reason why I love Datasets API, because it allows to make it model fine-tuning standard thing, right? And another great thing is that with Datasets library, you can fetch any raw data either from directly from some cloud storage or from your local environment, or you can even upload dataset on your custom dataset on Hugging Face environment, fetch from there. Then you implement your custom code to do data transformation to be data to be in a format which is understandable by Hugging Face API, and that's all. Then you can move on to the model fine tuning. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to my desktop and let's see how you could work with Hugging Face with this Hugging Face datasets library, right? So first, if you go to Hugging Face websites, you have the option to create, for example, new dataset. I have already created one, and I created Cord dataset. This dataset is taken from. This is the original repository on cloud AI, and original dataset is stored on Google Drive, and it's not convenient to fetch data from the Google Drive because you need to do authentication and so on. What I did, I copied the data from there, and all the data is uploaded on Hugging Face Cord dataset storage, and this is the zip file, which is the same zip file as hosted on Google Drive of the authors. It's just that I made it here and uploaded into here as a single zip file for the convenience. And there's a reference and station also to the authors of the dataset included into the README file. Okay, and yeah, so you get every dataset gets Dataset Card, where you could describe the dataset, the structure, and so on. And then you have option to go to files, and basically, in my case, I have dataset zip file is uploaded, right? In your case, maybe you don't want to upload it here. You could fetch data from original source from some cloud storage or whatever. Important thing is the Python script, and this Python script is the script that helps to transform the data, and it allows Hugging Face datasets library to provide the standard API, and using the through standard API, data can be used later on the model fine-tuning. So let's run sample code, which URL to this notebook I'll post below the video. Let's do run all, and we'll install transformers datasets library, and then we're going to use load dataset function from datasets library, and to load our dataset that I was showing the dataset card just a few moments ago. And then we can print out the structure of the dataset and try to access train split. Dataset object allows to it can hold multiple splits like a train, validation, or test, and it's convenient because then you keep all the data in a single place and just access split that you need. And then we are printing out from the train set some attributes like boxes to see the structure. Then there's another attribute which holds tags for the training labels, and these image, path, and words. Different attributes are being printed out just for test purpose. Okay, and now what happens now is libraries were installed, and load dataset function is executing, and it's fetching this zip file from Hugging Face data store. But you can keep this zip file anywhere, either on GitHub or any cloud or whatever, or on any storage online. And then with Datasets library, you download original storage, and with the Python logic implemented inside the script, you transform the data, and then when you refer to the dataset, then transformed data structure will be used through the API onwards. Okay, while it loads, let's also switch to PyCharm, and this is how Python script looks like, which transforms the data. If you go to the documentation on Hugging Face datasets, they provide a template, and you can take this template script and use for your own needs and adjust it. This is what I did basically as well. And this script, what it does, it defines a normalization function. It's just a utility function because this dataset is about receipt documents. So it have like a scanned or pictured documents of receipts with items and prices and total. And our goal will be to try to, from the new receipt, to try to extract the information and understand where is the total, where is the VAT number, and so on. Then there's a cord config class which is kind of standard. There was no change from template, just the naming changed to cord. And then this is the main class where all the logic is being defined. You need to define features. So basically, this is features is output of or result of the class when data will be processed, and this is the output that will be visible later through Dataset API, and this is the output that you'll be working on and using to fine-tune the model. Okay, and then there's a split generator. As I mentioned, dataset can include multiple splits for train, validation, and test data, and this is how the splits are being defined here. And since inside this one single zip, all the data is there in different folders for different splits, we just refer to different folders. Right, and then we use another function. Standard function is generate examples. So for each split, this function is responsible to transform the data. We get original data, and for example, calling different functions like normalize box and so on, getting some additional metadata, and finally constructing a result based on all this data, constructing a result per each for each split based on the data that we want to return back from the dataset for further usage. Okay, and that's it. It's quite simple if you know how to do this data transformation in generate examples function. Okay, so in this case, dataset was downloaded, and this is the structure with the same features like we saw just a second ago in generate examples function. Then we print out one of the elements from B boxes column. Then we print out features. So this is the basically labels that later we'll be using to fine-tune the model to be able to recognize items in the receipt. Then the image path, another data element, and words, like words which were through OCR were extracted from the receipt, and these words will be used as input to the model fine-tuning to learn how from where to extract the data. Okay, so this is a quick introduction for Hugging Face datasets, and personally to me, I was impressed with the implementation and the idea of Hugging Face datasets because it simplifies greatly usage of the custom data, and the strongest point is that it allows to transform this data into standard dataset API, and the same API could be used from one model to another. This means as soon as you know how to use it, you can work on different Hugging Face models and apply your knowledge everywhere. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.